Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are returning to a Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4, where we were playing against Japan, and the tables have turned against us a little bit. We have lost HMS Nelson down here, sunk by Mogami in this major fleet engagement over here. This is disheartening, and this is something that we do need to have a look at. So firstly, one thing that I might want to check is actually whether you guys here can have further abilities that you have gained here. Well, my layer, and honestly that is really irrelevant for us, so that is not something that we want to take. Over here maybe visibility is honestly always very useful, so that's nice. Don't think any of the minesweeper thingies are going to be very useful for us. And you don't have any command over here. Well, that is definitively not great. So naval lineage, yeah. Gentlemanly, no. I don't really want you to retreat. We've got a green sea expert over here. Well, that might be what we can do. Well, AA would be lovely, but I don't think that is really all that together that useful. So yeah, honestly we're gonna go with you, and you can do some convoy attacks over here. But yeah, really we do need to get out of this fight. Let's see whether we can disengage over here, and that is going to be important. We're also going to fight in Germany over the area of Eastern Prussia, but that is right now not my most important concern. Nelson actually had one of the most interesting designs, I think, in the war. We have quite a couple of destroyers over here on their side. They still have 16 light cruisers though, and 26 destroyers, so that's not great. Nelson had one of these little tanker designs almost, with a lot of forward firing thingies, but yeah, you can see just how close even HMS Furious got to being killed over here, so that's definitely very bad for us. No, please do not go there. You guys don't really, you shouldn't go to Hong Kong either. Guys, can you make it back to, let's say, an area like this, and that should be okay. Really I would like to evacuate you from here as fast as possible. Right, let's see whether we can do anything over there. We are putting up the most important blow here to the Japanese though, as we are for the first time, I think, encircling quite a couple of them down here in southern China, so that is nice. Well, India is calling for independence there, which is okay, I suppose. Let's wait a moment here for these guys to reduce. Wow. That's news. The Soviet Union declares war against Afghanistan. They might be trying to come after us in British India. Now, this is the great game, of course, that we need to be concerned about. Yeah, nevertheless, well, I would like to, yeah, I think we need to do the army stuff over here, although I'm really concerned about the situation here against the Imperial Japanese Navy. These guys are tough, and they are doing a lot of damage against us, so we can't be too complacent there. We do need to husband our resources here. Right, where are our carriers? Excuse me, where are you? Where are you guys based? You are over there, and you're coming into Singapore. I think that's going to be okay. Right, let's repair you now, and that is going to take an awful long time. I'm afraid. Yeah, you guys are in Annam province. Where's that? Up over here? You've got two? And on Iran. Jesus, what are these guys doing? Okay, you guys are still moving about. Okay, where are you moving though? Really, there. Okay, that does make sense. Let's push you back into Calcutta and then see whether we can repair over there. I think that's going to be a little bit more useful in terms of our repairs. And then we've got the light cruiser fleet over here. You're on Kuala Lumpur. Now, I don't think Kuala Lumpur does have a lot of capabilities of repairing. Well, 3 at the same time. But honestly, I think if we went into Singapore, that might be a little bit better. Is that better? Singapore in Crete? Well, not really. What on earth are they doing? Iran, Persia and Iraq at the same time. The Soviets are crazy. We knew that all along, of course, but man oh man. Okay, let's try to run a little bit behind the German lines over here. That might be quite useful, I believe. And since I do start to see some movement along the lines over here now, we're actually going to ask this first army down here to also commence the attack and see whether we can push into the German lines there a little bit more aggressively. We're also going to try to come around over here to make sure that we are doing something. Now, where are you guys actually all based? Now, except for you, I know where you are. Okay, you guys are up there in Danzig. Let's try to come south here and circle around that way. Meanwhile, over here, another convoy sunk. Lovely, but again, kind of dangerous territory over here. Got a sunk submarine on our side here. That's not great, but we can take these losses in submarines that are not really that crucial. So I think that's perfectly alright. Up over here, okay, let's try and attack. See whether we are going anywhere with that. It looks pretty okay, I think. Even though we actually don't have the advantage over there, so yeah, I think that might be okay. Let's see whether we can do anything in that regard. Okay, you guys are fine. Can't do anything with you other than what you're doing already. You guys are fine too. You're basically all based in Italy, right? Oh, you do have the infantry ability, so that's something that we should take immediately. That is extremely useful. Right, so let's see whether that does allow us to do a little bit more. Okay, we are probably going to come under attack here immediately, but let's try to move sideways, sort of, while we are pushing into this area over here. We are now defending. Come on, guys, do join up, and that should allow us to defeat them quite easily over there, and that would be fairly nice because that will allow us to do an immediate counterattack here, as these guys are just exhausting themselves against our much stronger lines. Good. Yeah, let's do move you further into here then. And you guys might actually want to try to get to Warsaw. I don't think that's going to be viable at all, but it would cause major problems here for the German lines if we could actually do this. Right, you're supporting this attack, which is fairly lovely. You guys are attacking all over here. You guys are attacking to Turun, you know, that's not what I want you. I would like you to attack over there, and one of you should actually try to support the defense over here as well. You guys are moving on to that. We could try to get to Lodz as well, but I would very much like to isolate these troops here in the north a little bit more. So that would be fantastic. Right, the blue troops, you guys do need to extend your front line so that you're matching up there. And yeah, there's still a lot of fighting over here. Let's do keep in mind what's going on over here. Another submarine sunk. Yeah, I think we're going to see more submarines being sunk on that front line. So I'm actually going to ask you guys here to withdraw from this area here and actually operate, let's say, down here. I think that's might be a little bit better. How are you guys doing? Yeah, you're still suffering from quite a bit of repair, so let's merge you up on that. That's going to be okay. You guys are also repairing. And I think that's going to take quite a while here for all of these guys to finish up their repairs. I mean, even Calcutta, even though that is a relatively small, large base, historically, I think you guys are not doing as well as I would have hoped. Okay, so let's send you off to repairs. Can I do that? No, I cannot. Okay, can I simply split you off like that? Right, okay, now you're over there. Let's send you into this other harbour here. Where are you guys going? No. Let's get over there. I think that's fine. So that you are repairing a little bit faster, because we do need to do that. Right. Well, we've got further fleets down here, which could try to make a dash against these guys, including basically our home fleet. And you guys are suddenly not looking so strong anymore. Yeah, potentially their combat width has just increased too much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to shift this around and attack from the other side, because I think that's simply going to be much better for us here. So let's stop that, let's have you move around, and that might be a little bit better there. You know what? Actually, I'm going to grab like 3 of you, and I'm going to ask you guys to perform an attack from this side, so that we have basically all of that covered. Right, there we go. We do need to support the Dutch down there as well at some point. Okay, Croatia is really starting to suffer, but over here in Germany we have actually conquered Warsaw now, so that's lovely to see. Let's try to cross over here. Well, let's try to be on this side of the river, and maybe be able to win over there. Let's try to move into lots as well. That could be great, I believe. And let's have you guys come all the way over here and defend over there. That would be fantastic. Yeah. Capturing this would actually disrupt the German trade quite a bit, and the Japanese trade as well. You guys are moving there. Well, I do need one of you to move up over here so that you're not cutting off the cavalry over there. And I think we are going to win over here fairly quickly. Okay, we've moved down here. That's lovely. Okay, you know what? Let's actually shift this around. You guys are going to... Okay, you guys are going to attack into there so that we are not losing that. The artillery is going to move to lots, and these guys are going to move a little bit to the south here, and that should be a-okay. Now, you guys could actually attack into there, please, and try to disrupt the Germans on that front a little bit as well. Right, this attack is not going to go anywhere, but it's not supposed to. It's only supposed to pin them in place while we are trying to encircle them around over here. And these guys might actually be a lot heavier on that front, so let's actually send all of them over here. That might be a-okay. Right, so and that might actually get them to withdraw over there. Right, you guys are just fanning out down there. That's lovely to see. And you guys should actually try to get into Warsaw itself. Okay, let's try to cross into here. Keep the pressure up on the north there as well. Okay, we are starting to see some pushback here on this front, but I think we are going to be alright. And we have actually made it into Lodz itself. So that's lovely, because we are now making some good progress down here. Right, can I actually grab one of these cavalries and try to sort of get to Rodom? Basically finish off the couple of troops there. Okay, some good progress over here. You guys are moving in. We are being counterattacked, but it's not that bad, I think, as it looks like. Well, it's a couple of French divisions over here, but more or less we are breaking into Poland here quite aggressively, and that's fantastic news for us, definitely. Okay, over here, this we are going to win now any moment, and you guys can continue to push along to the south there. Let's try to get into Gleiwitz and Katowice with the first army down there, while the third army is still streaming quite strongly here towards the north. Turun still being attacked. Okay, counterattacked and counterattacked, but I think we are making good progress over here. Right, let's continue pushing up over here. Let's try to get onto Königsberg itself. We do want to make sure that they are not engaged too easily or getting out too easily. Right, up over here everything is fine. We've got the Japanese lines all over here. You guys are coming into position. You will need to start building up your attack pattern there, but that's okay. Japanese losing a couple of submarines. That's lovely. Potentially losing a couple of convoys there. Yeah, we will need to reinforce them though. So what can we do? I think what we need to do then is grab these guys over here and actually stop it from being Italy. So the army of Italy, basically, these guys are going to shift down here towards the Dutch lines, and hopefully going to push them out of Palembang again, where we've already fought the Italians quite aggressively. But yeah, I do think we do need to focus, shift our focus here a little bit. I would very much like to get rid of these guys, but they are suffering from quite nice attrition there actually, so I wouldn't necessarily want them to be withdrawn for the moment. So yeah, let's continue to focus on Germany over here. So you guys are fine. You know what? Let's try to make an attack there. You guys are coming across there. That's okay. You guys are going to Lublin then, I think. Whereas we are just making a very broad push here in the north, which is fine and lovely. Yeah, especially pushing up against these guys here is looking pretty nice. And yeah, the first army down here. Okay, you will not make it into Katowice if there's a tank division there, because our tank anti-tank capabilities are just horrible. But we are starting to see some of the weaknesses of the German line over here. And it looks like the French are also doing an offensive there, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere. But look at that, the French are doing another offensive against the Italians down there. Greece still is a horrible mess, but I think we are definitively starting to see some great results over here. Okay, let's try to support you. Let's try to push up on that bank of the river as well. And that should allow us to to push back against some of these areas here quite aggressively. Quite aggressively, really. Yeah, there we go. You guys should be able to run. We've got some Americans up here, which we are going to reinforce, hopefully. So do join the battle, please. No, 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 no. Don't get pushed back on this one. Yeah, there we go. That's lovely. That should be enough to really overwhelm them there. You guys can go on to the flank here. We do need to create a breakthrough over here at some point, though. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to really make some good progress there. Right, you haven't made it into Katowice or Gleiwitz. Neither, really. So, yeah, that's slightly unfortunate, but okay. We do need to make the progress in the north. This is really what we're trying to approach here. And really, I would very, very much hope that you guys could do an attack over here. That would be so, so lovely. Right, let's do try to pull in more resources into this attack here, so that we are making sure that all of these guys here in the north are basically cut off, and that we can basically have Third Army finish them off over there. Right, like so, I think. There's a building sabotaged in Warsaw, which is kind of funny, but I suppose that's the way it is. Right, we are attacking here. That's lovely. Okay, let's try to get to the Russian border there. The Russians are kind of crazy if they are attacking Iran and Iraq, honestly. Oh, and look at that. There's another Dutch landing now in Königsberg. That's good timing, my friends. But also don't try to steal my glory here. I'm pushing away the Germans. You've done that like 5 times and it never really worked out for you. So yeah, now we are definitely pushing against you over here. We are starting to see more and more sabotage missions down here in Poland, which is kind of funny because I don't think you guys should have that much resistance strength. That is not how this should work. Look at that. The Polish are sabotaging us all over the place, even though we are pretty much liberating them. So this is one aspect of the game that honestly I find a little bit annoying, that the AIs, oh well, not the AI, but this is just how the way that this is set up, and I honestly don't quite get that. It's just silly. Right, but we will be able to capture some German territory here. That is going to cut off the Germans, and that is going to happen fairly soon. I think it's going to... Whoop. Okay, well, it's not going to happen anyway this way, but fine. Over here, I think we'll cut the Germans from any form of supply. There we go. You're now over here. Let's keep you over here. And let's basically... You know what? I think we can shift the First Army towards all the way down here. Let's grab you from here. And let's actually reduce your front line here a little bit, because that's just way too long. And then sort of ask you to attack into southern Poland. That might be a-okay. And then what we can do here with Third Army is we're going to extend yours a little bit. But that should still allow you to push gently against these positions here, as you are doing anyway. So that's lovely, good. And let's push up against these guys over there. That's fine. One of our agents has been captured. That's not so great, but we can deal with that, I think, later on. Let's try to capture more territory here. So create another mini pocket down here with 9 divisions now trying to deal with this stuff. Well, quite a couple of them are up here, right? So yeah, you guys, let's at least pick you and assign you towards this division over there. And basically all of these guys should be alright. Good, I like it. You know what, you guys try to reduce the front line here. And we are pushing up against them, so I think we'll be alright here. Let's try to attack here. They're still pretty alright, it seems, but I think they're gonna feel the pressure pretty soon on that front. The French offenses get nowhere, that's alright. We are sending our troops down here. It's gonna take a while for them to arrive. We are sinking a couple of convoys. It's really not a big deal though. And up over here along Hong Kong, you know what, we're gonna try another attack over here. Maybe this time we're gonna be a little bit more successful. We do have the combat width to deal with all of these guys, I believe. So hopefully that should be a-okay. Yeah, we are going down here actually in terms of our organization compared to theirs. But if we could only kick out just like 1 division, that would already be pretty darn good, I think. 8 divisions against 7. This is not the overwhelming support I would like. So, you know what? We're actually going to break off the attack here for a moment. I'm going to pick one more division from this side, and I'm going to... Is there some river over here? I don't know. Well, I'm going to add it to this frontage over here, and you're going to transfer to there, and that should be a-okay. Right. More naval results. They've lost a convoy over here. There's a smaller battle down here. That's not a big deal. We've got decisions available. War propaganda against the Soviet Union. Yeah, no. No, I don't think so. The Soviets are really, really crazy to attack Iran, but what can we do? Okay, apparently we have encircled these guys over here. Let's continue the attack there to get a couple of additional front lines there. That should be a-okay. Should be basically finishing these guys off pretty quickly there. That's alright. Let's get over here and let's continue to attack and mop up these German troops as we are facing them off in these various locations. Basically, you can attack over there as well. You guys are attacking to Königsberg. Let's try to attack there as well, while we are supporting this attack here from multiple angles. So really, you should collapse pretty fastly as well. And there we go. Right, so that should deal with this. All of these guys should shift around to another attack over there then. You guys are moving into Königsberg. Hopefully we were doing that before the Dutch. No, it is going to be the Dutch. So can we actually ask you kindly to ask for control of the state? Why are you not going to give that to me? This is really awkward. Okay, so I'm going to probably do that via console of commands again. But yeah, what can we do? Right, okay, you guys do attack into here, please, so that we are getting rid of this annoying counterattack there. You guys are mopping up these troops. You're kind of weak, but honestly, these guys are kind of weak too, so I think we're going to be alright over here. It does seem a little bit tougher than I thought, maybe. Right, on the other hand, we are breaking these troops. We're adding another front line over there. Let's send these guys down there as well, and that should basically deal with that. And up over here, these guys basically have no hope whatsoever, so that's perfectly lovely there. Right, you guys do get over here so that we have a crossing. No, there's no river actually, so that's fine. Nevertheless, let's try to find areas where we can attack at favourable odds. One of them might be here at Kielce. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, now the Italians have gone on an offensive there. That's alright. Greece is looking a little bit more stable still, but look at the attrition there. These guys must be suffering so badly from attrition. Speaking of though, our infantry equipment is starting to look pretty silly at this point. Right, okay. Chinese attack on these Japanese troops here. How far advanced are you in your preparations? You could still be gaining a bit, so let's actually wait for that to come online. A couple of Japanese submarines there. I don't want to deal with these guys for now. You could see our troops that are going to the south, so that's fine too. Yeah, but you know what? I think we want to mop up the Germans over here. Right, you guys, can you sort of stay over here for a moment, please? Just deal with this. Mop that up first, and then we can deal with this stuff down here. Right, let's get you into the fight here. It's not going to be an easy fight, is it? Okay, we are now being counterattacked, interestingly. And there's more sabotage against the Polish industry. You guys need to stop doing that. We are here to help you. This is a little bit silly, but what can we do? Right, okay. You guys are doing that, and that's okay. And can we get one of you, like maybe you, and sort of come over here? Yeah, and you guys are being pushed north there. That's fine. Let's support that with a cavalry attack as well, so that maybe we are overrunning a couple of these gentlemen. Support the attack over here, and then everyone is sort of streaming through this and mopping up the troops in the north. You guys have dealt with that fairly successfully there, so that's great to see as well. We've done the attack over here. That's great, and I think that does mean we're going to attack into these woods simply because they are so exposed. I don't think we're going to be able to attack and cut them off, so yeah, let's just simply do it like that, and then support with these guys as well, and that should give us a fairly good overwhelming. Just look at how strong they are though. 400 soft attack, that's pretty hefty, honestly. So yeah, let's see about that. Right, can we cut into against the Soviet border down there? Probably can't. Let's simply go with this over there. That's fine. I do think we're going to go... No. You know what? I think our highest priority here is going to be the naval stuff. Now, how long does it take for us to research? So it's going to be 10 days for the Spitfire recon plane. That's great. And after that, we could potentially switch over to the naval research thing. So that's going to be okay, yeah. 64 days, that does allow us some timing and some benefit there in the construction company. Okay, you guys are dealing with that. That's alright-ish. So we've got another 10 divisions that are being killed over there. Great, I would say. How about Japan, though? Now, we really don't want these guys here to be reinforced. So, you know what? We're going to try another time then. Whether we can overwhelm them. Carrier focus done. That's lovely. Okay, let's go for the expand the repair yards, because that is going to give us more naval yards and better repair, so that's great. You two are pretty... No, you are pretty fine. Let's merge you up with this one. That's fine. You guys are still repairing. You do need the rudder jamming to be dealt with. That's okay. It's going to happen in 10 days. 2 days, and then we're going to move down the Qui over here, so that's fine. This is going to take a while over there. Why don't we use enough troops here or ships not to repair in Calcutta? I don't understand. Calcutta really should be able to handle more than that. There are 11 ships, can repair only 6. That's fine, we're not repairing more than 6. I really just like you to repair what we've got there. Okay, you guys can actually move away from over here. And let's get you down here into Singapore, please. We do have enough fuel for the first time pretty much in years, so I'm not sure what we can do in that regard. Okay, fine. Up over here, 9 divisions against 7. I think for the first time we are seeing some good progress over here. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine here. It's going to take a while, but we will break them. Down here we are seeing a little bit of fighting, but not too much really. When are our troops going to arrive there? I don't know. Well, we do have a little bit more in terms of infantry equipment over here. Well, the anti-tank rifle might be super useful. On the other hand, I'm also thinking about the artillery here, because that is going to be very useful as well. Yeah, I do think we just need more of that. So this is this has 30. Well, it's not that big of a deal, is it? It doesn't add that much. So you know what? We're going to go with the anti-tank rifle here, so that we have at least some piercing capabilities that we didn't really have before. So I think that's fine. How are we looking in terms of construction, by the way? I think there's a lot of damage in Poland. And that is indeed the case, which is a little bit silly, really. Honestly, this is nonsense, but it's just the way it is, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna roll with it, but I don't. It's absurd. Right. What we can do, though, I think, is in terms of production, we're still producing the Lancaster over here, the Lancaster Mark II. I think we can potentially. No, we can't. It's only 5. Ah, damn it! I thought that would be more. It's probably just the buffer of ships that are being. Let's say exchanged on a daily basis. So yeah, not much of a deal there, but yeah, sooner rather than later we will be making some progress there as well. Right, okay, you guys are dealing with that fairly fantastically. Germany is being squeezed out of this area here. There we go, fairly lovely. Good, we've got Third Army now out of a job. That is nice. You guys go ahead and find a new front line over there. Right, Frankfurt, all of this area here has been stripped of a bit of the resources, and I do think this area here, which is probably still Saxony, yeah, Saxony is starting to look a little bit ripe for the taking, I think. So indeed, we're going to drop you guys over there. Let's say here between Erfurt and Dresden, and the idea here is for you guys to just advance a little bit so that we can take the industrial resources of that area, and that should be a-okay. Right, up over here against the Germans, though, we don't really see a lot of potential. Well, we could see some potential over here, pinning in a couple of German divisions against the German front line like that, if only we can break through over here. So let's try to do that. and see whether we can. It would be fairly nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that would be great. It's going to be a very tough fight here for this guy, but as we have more troops joining in, at some point we might succeed over there, so it would be nice. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? Right, and honestly I would really like to get Königsberg. Right, we'll see. Okay, Poland is technically an active nation here, so that might be a bit of the problem why I'm seeing all of these partisans being active. But yeah, let's see. There's another naval battle line here. I do think we need to be a little bit more aggressive with our navy. But look at this. This war's at 70%. And now we are seeing that they are starting to win the upper hand here a little bit. We might want to send one of our troopers over here. I think they have. But on the other hand, we're not using the full combat with anyway. No, we are. Right, that's interesting. Okay, let's get you guys here to extend your reach a little bit over there. And then attack from 3 directions here so that we can envelop them a little bit more as time goes by. But you know what, that being said, I think this is a perfect place to put in a cut. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you are not too embarrassed by our naval losses over here. And then we're going to see about how things stand next time around. So, see you guys then. Bye bye.